my God, hi. So we're trying a new camera setup. We're trying an official camera, not a phone. Anyway, so before we start digging into the Glow Up protocol itself, I think it'll actually be super helpful if I explain my personal manifestation process. And so that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, so how I amassed my success, my business is for myself at least, I cracked the code on how to bring masculine and feminine, so physical, spiritual, into like one process. And that's why I was able to create the business that I made within 90 days. I went from 0 to 100,000 follows in way less than 90 days. I say 90 because I don't really have the exact dates, but I've got it up on the board here. So we're going to take a look at how I personally manifest and how I recommend manifesting to all of my coaching clients. And yeah, so let's do it. Let's see what we get. Hi. So, all right. So here we go. So Spiritual Biz 101. Okay. Hopefully the angle is correct. So on the one side, we have the feminine, right? This is the woo-woo spiritual side. Now for the physical side, we have the masculine, right? 3D, physical. This is the internal, 5D, the void, whatever. Now where they intersect is this is both creation, right? So here's where I'm going with this. Okay. So excuse my makeup-less face. There's supposed to be some sort of a filter that makes me look better. It's supposed to make your face look like magic, but it's not happening, and I feel abandoned. I feel like I've been had. Anyway, so why is this important? I really want to drive home the idea when it comes to manifesting of inspired action. Okay? Sorry. Hang on. We're still working out the setup here. Okay. We're still working it out. Never mind, I was wrong. It does come through regular. It's just the way that I'm looking at it when it's filming is weird. Anyway, okay, so what do we have here? So essentially we have the vision, right? So in this case, let's say it's a spiritual business, all right? But this is how I manifest literally everything. Doesn't matter what the thing is, all right? Now, and this is how to call in the manifestation quickly. Because what we're going to do is we're going to hijack. So we're starting out with law of attraction, okay, which everybody knows, and we're going to hijack. We're almost going to like timeline or quantum jump into law of assumption, which is how you get this stuff fast, okay? So we're going to start here with the vision. Now, let's say the vision is I want to be a tarot reader and I want to work from home. I want to make a ton of money, but I also want to be helpful. I want to be fulfilling my soul mission and da-da-da-da. Like that's the dream. That's the vision, right? Is I'm going to work from home. I'm getting out of the matrix and I want to help people. And I'm going to start my business with doing tarot, okay? So it's a perfect way to get started. Anyway, so that's the vision, okay? Now, from there, we want to look at how much money do we need to survive, okay? How much money do we need to replace what we're currently making to survive? Not how much we want to make total 5 years in, okay? How much money do we need to survive? Now, from there, I want you to figure out what your ideal schedule is. While all of us would love to work 30 minutes once a week, that's not gonna be possible for a while. But what would be your ideal schedule, okay? For me, it's taken me a long time to figure out like how to do this and be a wife and have a family. Because I've always been an all or nothing person, ADHD, 4 Pisces placements, I'm all in or I'm not. And so it's taken me a long time to find some semblance of balance. And when I was really trying to figure this out for myself, my spirit guides came through clutch and they said 3, 6, 9. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they just kept showing me 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. And I was like, manifesting? Like what? No, the schedule. And then my guide said really loud, your schedule. And I was like, okay, calmate, por favor, thank you. 3 hours for spiritual practice. Y'all have probably heard me talk about the Rebecca Campbell thing. 3 hours in the morning, spiritual practice. 6 hours of work, and then 9 hours for family time, okay? And that actually worked perfectly because when we have my stepdaughter, she gets out of school at 3. And so if I start working when she goes to school, I can go all the way until she's done with school. That's 6 hours. Beautiful, right? So I was like, okay, great. So ideal schedule, you need to figure out what that looks like for you, okay? And then I want you to start working on your ideal client. Who are the kind of people that you want to work with? Do you want to do really cheap, fast readings? Or do you want to do readings that are more in depth, that are more involved, that require you to do a lot of kind of like spiritual prep work, like getting into meditation, calling in your guides, doing all the things? Or do you want to do just quick, fast messages from the X? This is going to change the further along you get, but for right now, I want you to kind of, excuse me, have this avatar going in your mind of the type of people that you want to work with now and also in the future, okay? Have an idea of where you would like to be eventually, all right? So that's the feminine, all right? So by the time you're done doing this, you should know exactly what your vision looks like. You need to sit down with your bills, with your bank account, with your finances, and make friends, okay? We'll do a whole spiel on that at another time. How to, how to be best friends with your money. Anyway, it's a whole other topic, but sit down with your bank account. You need to figure out exactly how much money you need to survive. For me, this was back when I was single, but I knew, and I only had like a handful of bills because I had one credit card, so I didn't really have a lot to pay, right? I had a lot of other debt, but that's beside the point. So, but I knew like for my rent, for the main bills, and for a very, very small grocery budget, I needed absolute basic bare minimum survival. I needed to make $6,000 a month. Bare minimum, okay? Because my rent at the time was like $2,000 and then $4,000 for the other stuff. So that is exactly what I asked the universe for. I asked the universe for $6,000 a month, but I was very specific from my tarot business. So what I did, here's what I did. I did a 555, which is where you get a regular ass notebook, and you're just going to write your intention 55 times for 5 days. That's all I did. I didn't do any other manifesting than that, and I let it rest, which is very important, detachment, okay? So I did a 555, where my intention for that was, thank you for my $6,000 a month income from my tarot business. That was what I did. And I wrote that 55 times for 5 days. Okay? Now, I did that. And that was all I did spiritually. Of course, I meditated and I practiced gratitude and stuff. But here's how I hijacked my overthinking, ADHD, traumatized brain. Did the 555, and then I went after this with wild friggin' abandon, okay? When I say I was posting, so I said, thank you so much for the $6,000 from my tarot business, and I was posting, I was literally filming all day long. Now on TikTok, you need 1,000 followers to go live, okay? I had 1,000 followers within days, like 3 or 4 days. So what I did here, I set the intention, and I met them in the middle. I combined them, right? Spiritually here, physical action, inspired action. I was posting, maybe some of y'all remember those early days. We could only do 1 or 3 minute videos. I was literally posting anywhere from like 10 to 20 videos a day. And bang, 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 bang. Within, I want to say easily on the inside of a week, I had 1,000 followers and I did my first live. I was not making money yet. It took me a while to make money because at first I thought gifts. And I remember my first ever live, I made $40 in TikTok gifts and I was like, oh my God! I was so happy. I was so excited. Anyway, so you have to marry these two together to get what you want. Now, let's say your manifestation that you're this timeline that you're creating, right? Let's say it's not a business, just so that we can cover everything. Let's say it's reconciliation. Okay, let's say you're on the dreaded soul partner journey. You'll know what I'm talking about without saying the actual name. And let's say one of the big things between you and your person is that they wanted you to be healthier. Not necessarily weight loss, okay? Maybe they just wanted you to be healthier, to be more fit. Maybe they wanted somebody who likes to do a lot of physical things. Something that my husband had said to me in previous cycles was like, because I'm a hefty gal, I'm a big gal. He's like, I like riding bikes, and I love going skiing, and I like, going for hikes and for walks. Like, I really enjoy being active and being physical and being out, in the wilderness. And he's like, I feel like I can't do that with you, because I would be worried the whole time that, you're not gonna be able to do that kind of stuff. And that's valid. Cruel. It may have felt cruel at the time, but that's valid. That's him saying, look, I want somebody that I can be physically active with, right? And that was that cycle, that was a big reason for our breakup. So in that scenario, right, I'm going to take the shadow work and look at it and be like, okay, so he's telling me like he wants somebody to be more physically active. And I'm going to do the shadow work. I'm going to do the emotional untangling with that. But then I'm going to set the intention. I want my mans, right? I want this person back in my life. I want my soulmate, my twin flame, whatever. I want reconciliation. And I'm going to set the intention that I am so happy and grateful now that I am in a successful long-term union with my person. Enter their name here, okay? I'm going to do the 555. I'm going to set that intention. And then I'm going to go after everything else with wild abandon. I'm detaching. I'm letting the universe work this out, okay? The universe knows what I want, and the universe is going to figure out how to bring it to me, okay? In the easiest, fastest way possible. That's what it does when you leave it alone, but you got to give it energetic space. So I want my person wants somebody that's physically active. So I'm not a gym person. I don't like going to the gym. But you know what? I really enjoy going for walks. And you know what? I'm going to do the 75 hard. And I'm going to sign up for some rock climbing and da-da-da-da-da. And we're going to have some fun, right? But we're taking inspired action to get to where we want to be, right? We're doing this while the universe is working on this. And eventually they will collide and you will get that text. Sup, you up? Or in my case, I believe that time, my now husband sent me a text message and he was like, hey, I found this really awesome ramen recipe. And I didn't respond. And so I got an email 2 minutes later. Guess you blocked me. Anyway, here's a ramen recipe. Sir, just say you miss me, okay? Chill out. Anyway, so this is how to manifest 101, okay? We're going to figure out what are the logistics, okay? What's the vision? What resources do I need for that specific thing? And then what is my ideal outcome, okay? Essentially is how you would break that down into a regular manifesting session. Then you do your 555 or your 333, your 111, whatever. And then wild abandon, okay? Letting the universe work this out. I know it's coming. I'm not going to stress about it, but I'm going to keep myself busy, okay? Especially if you have ADHD or any sort of mental illness that keeps you kind of trapped in your brain, keeps you stagnant. This is essential. The feeling or the determination to get something done. And there have been times that I have been real depresso, over whatever has happened or hasn't happened or whatever. But forcing myself to get into that masculine hustle grind mentality of I'm going to get this done. I'm going to hold the line. And I know that future me is going to thank me for the effort I'm putting in now. If you have to frame it as I'm doing this to distract myself from the fact that I don't have this, because we don't want to be in that feeling of lack, because never manifest from a feeling of lack, always manifest from a feeling of high vibe, right? Now, what this does is it hijacks. We're going to jump from law of attraction to law of assumption because I know this is coming and I'm so confident that this is coming and I'm so confident in the universe to hold me and support me and to give me what I need that now I can go off and do this. It's kind of like you're having the wife hold down the fort while you go off to fight battles, okay? But we're bringing both of these sides of ourselves into union to get what we want. And baby, watch how fast your manifestations come in. That's it. This is all we have to do. We're hijacking, we're going from law of attraction to law of assumption by assuming this is coming in, by believing this is coming, to the point where I don't have to worry about this mentally. I just got to get in my body and get shit done. In less than 3 months, I was able to leave my job. I made the $6,000 that I needed within 2 weeks. Didn't take a month. It took 2 weeks. Why? Because I hijacked. I believed so strongly, I trusted so strong that I didn't have to worry about this anymore, right? That it was out of my, this part was out of my control. But all I can do right now is this. All I can do is focus on the inspired action, the physical stuff, the making of the content, right? Or going for the walks or doing whatever to call this in. Make sense? I hope this makes sense. Anyway, Spiritual Biz Manifesting 101. We're creating, but you got to have both. The spiritual, the 5D, the feminine, right? But you have to match it with the masculine. You have to match it with inspired action. And that's where people get stuck. Is they're like, well, what's the inspired action? Like, let's say, for example, you know, let's say, for example, you're trying to manifest somebody and you're like, well, what's the inspired action in that case? Am I supposed to like DM them? Am I supposed to force communication or force reunion? No, absolutely not. Now, this is going to lead me into my Khloe Kardashian him sis method when it comes to manifesting somebody in your life. So I talk about this a lot in my live sessions. But Khloe Kardashian, love her. We stan her. We love her. What did she do after Tristan Thompson messed her up the first time? Cheated on her while she was she found out he cheated as she was giving birth, right? Horrible. Anyway, what did she do? She got her ass in the gym. She lost all that weight she's been wanting to lose forever. She got serious about her body. She also started a business, which is a multi-million-dollar business. She bought her own house. Not from her mom's money, not from the Keeping Up with the Kardashian money, her own money. She bought her own house. She built an empire and the banging body to go with it. So her confidence was way, way up here, right? And so when he came back, she was like, yeah, what up, motherfucker? Okay? Khloe Kardashian him sis is my way of saying, while you're waiting for something else to manifest, while you're waiting for something else to come in, Khloe Kardashian him sis. Build the empire. Focus on you. Focus on your body. Focus on self-development. Focus on doing the shadow work. Getting ready, okay? We're getting ready to be ready. We're getting ready for union. We're getting ready for financial success. We're getting ready for, a new career. Whatever. But you have to think of it, that time space that's in between, right? Because even if you're somebody who does spell work, you cast the spell, but there's still a period of time that it takes for it to come in, right? It normally doesn't come in immediately. So we have to fill that void of time, okay? While we're doing the Three of Wands, waiting for stuff to come in. What you fill that time with is building the thing, building the empire, or we're focusing on how to Khloe Kardashian him/her sis, okay? Build the empire. What was that? I used to have a tagline. Yeah, no Adele, no Hallmark, build the empire. And when they come back, yeah, fuck with me, bitch. Because I want that to be your vibe. I want you to hold yourself with so much confidence, okay? Whether you're building a business, whether you are calling somebody back in, or you're calling a true love, a true soulmate in, I want you to enter that timeline when it does pop in. I want you to be able to enter that timeline holding yourself high, knowing I can do bad all by my damn self. I am the God of my reality. I accept that, and I love that. You want to come on home? Sure, come on home. But I'm not the same girl you left behind. Okay? So, anyway, Manifesting 101. We'll do more videos like this. Let me know if you guys like this and how you like the camera as opposed to the phone. And yeah. All right, love you.